Do you remember when in movie theaters they used to play music videos before the trailers started?
Ooh,
Like when
I feel
people are
like
filtering in, maybe it was just movie theaters in California, but like
might have
as
been.
people are going in, they're finding their seats, you're getting your popcorn and everything. They have the like little slideshow.
That
But they
sounds
would also
amazing.
play music videos. I think Guster was featured for a while, and that's how I knew about that
Oh.
one about Satellite.
Don't have anything like that in Iowa. That's cool.
Yeah.
Most we have is
yeah, or Maine. We don't even have
Corn.
movies in Maine. We didn't get the Barbie movie until like 3 months later.
We're lucky to get movies in Canada, period.
they're just oppressing you guys.
Do you still
No
call them moving
movies.
pictures?
Have you guys seen Jurassic Park? We just got that
We got
one.
the slideshow version of Jurassic Park.
Yeah. It's just like a McDonald's commercial or something.
Yeah, dude.
Like a Jurassic Park McDonald's commercial.
They did their
Did you
own-
guys like the part when the raptors ate the hamburgers?
They did their own cheesy voiceovers for like that one Jeff Goldblum scene. They're like, it's just some random guy. They were so obsessed with whether they could or whatever that they could not, and he heard it exactly like that. Holy shit!
Oh, man.
They gotta take a big swig and then we can start this thing.
Yeah, swig it up, baby.
Okay. What it do, everybody? My name's Aaron. Please leave a message after the beep. There's no beep.
And I'm Jerry, and I unironically love Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, you do. And you're listening to Superpod Saga. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, this is Superpod Saga. It's the greatest collaboration of all time. And that's me plus Jerry equals Superpod Saga. Jerry, what's happening in your neck of the woods?
Yep. Carve it into a tree.
Damn right I
Jerry
will.
plus Aaron.
A plus
equals
G.
Super Saga.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
Yeah. Carve it in a tree. And then when we break up, I'll go and vandalize it.
Oh, no. You're going to TP my heart tree or whatever?
I won't TP it. I'll just like chop the tree down.
Damn, that's so sad.
Yeah, like the Giving Tree.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I forgot about that book. No. Didn't they chop it down at the end?
Do
Wasn't
they?
that a thing? I'm pretty sure.
So- I'm not gonna lie. I've heard of the Giving Tree, but I don't know anything about it.
Oh, go
What is
read
that?
it.
Is it bad or
It's
something?
Shel Silverstein book, right?
I think so. I thought it was Dr. Seuss for a
Sounds
second,
right.
but
No,
Shel
I think the art
Silverstein
style is
the
more
Lorax.
like
That's the Lorax.
That's the
Yeah.
Lorax.
Also, trees get
Fuck,
cut down.
sorry.
Yeah,
that's like
same.
Green Eggs and Ham, I think. But like Shel Silverstein did the Giving Tree. I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right.
And,
Dude,
like-
Aaron, I have not read the Giving Tree, but I sure as fuck knew that it wasn't by Dr. Seuss.
Okay, my bad. Anyway, Jerry and I, hey, for any first time listeners, this is the podcast where Jerry and I are on a quest to discuss every single last video game topic in existence week by week. This week we're talking about the most influential indie games, or basically any indie game that really sparked our interest in the indie gaming scene, or got us to check out more indie games, stuff like that. But
Or influenced others to make similar games.
yeah,
Because Lord knows there's a lot of copycat games, but some of them improve on their their original ideas.
yeah, we got a lot of good ones in this list. I was looking at everybody's
lot.
picks last night, and oh, there's some good ones there. Anyway,
There's some bangers.
there is. Before we get to that, though, hey, everybody. Oh, I need to stop saying hey. I'm all hopped up on caffeine
Hey,
and ready to
Aaron.
Hey guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, just rename our podcast to Hey Guys.
go. Hey, comma, Superpod Saga. Or Let's Go, Superpod Saga. That's a good one. Yeah. So, you listeners, go ahead and support us. All right.
I believe in you.
I'm going to redo it. Before we get to that,
Inside the actor studio.
yeah. Before we get to that, listeners, check us out on Patreon, $2 or $4 a month. Drop us a buck on Ko-Fi. Leave us a tip or like a small quote or something funny you want to tell us, like a cool joke. Rate or review the show on Spotify or whatever app you listen on. And also, you can check out superpodsaga.com for all of our episodes, socials, and all that cool stuff. But enough about us. Let's talk about the guests, because we do have guests today.
Uh-huh. We sure do.
Yeah, we got both Kate and Emily from No Small Games. Hello.
Hey.
hello. Hey guys.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Hey guys. Hey guys.
super happy to be here. It feels like we've been on a call recording the episode this whole time since I hopped in. So thanks for making us feel welcome and comfy.
That's how
Yeah,
we roll.
no problem. That's our whole show is just hanging out and just being as stupid. That's
I don't
our
have to
thing.
try
I'm
very hard.
stupid as humanly possible. Yeah, not that you guys are. Just Anyway, yeah. Go ahead and tell us all about yourselves and your show, and plug away on your socials. Anything else you want to tell the listeners about yourselves?
Absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Emily, and I'm one half of No Small Games. We are an indie game podcast. We primarily recap and review indie games. A lot of our episodes are deep dive reviews. We cover indie games of all genre, from cozy games to horror. And we've been at it for just over 2 years now.
Nice.
Sweet.
And we publish our featured episodes bi-weekly every Thursday. Kate's going to tell you about our monthly series and our website.
Yeah, we also hi, I'm Kate. Also go by Cater Blossom, Kate Hunter. Those are all the things I think that I go by. Kate Kazoo today.
Kate Kazoo. Yeah.
Yeah, we also met streaming on Twitch, so I think that's fun to know. Like 4 years ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we also do indie game roundups once a month, which are our episodes where we talk about new releases and indie game news. And we have a website, nosmallgames.com, where you can listen to all of our episodes, as well as read our articles and reviews, list style, review style. I think that's everything. We have a good time. We both stream on Twitch as well, and sometimes we stream together, and we're just having a great time with the indies.
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah.
I do
awesome.
also appreciate indies, and I have a good time with them most of the time.
We all have
Yeah,
that in common, I feel like.
Yeah. There's a lot of great ones out there, and more every day.
I've been saying for years that I think, like, yeah, don't get me wrong, I like a AAA game here and there, but I feel like indie games have been pushing the industry forward.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's always indie games. Some of the craziest games that have come out in the last 10 years are indie games.
Definitely.
And
So
like,
true.
you know, they don't, it's always this thing too where you're like, imagine if these people, how talented they are with such small budgets and small teams, imagine what they would do with like the fuck you money of like a Sony backing them or like a Microsoft backing them. And sometimes they end up getting picked up, but like, yeah, it's just wild how like, I think it plays in part too that it helps people to think outside the box because you're limited. And I feel like those limitations are like helping to make cool new games that aren't just like, yeah, you sneak around and you stealth kill people. It's cool. Like I hate Assassin's Creed. But go on.
Dude, or like with all the money they spend on Gears of War or something, and it's just like, dog, it's another cover-based tactical shooter with aliens or whatever, or that other pirate ship game that Ubisoft made that was supposed to be a quadruple A game, and they spent
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, and they spend like close to $1 billion on it, I'm pretty sure. But then you get little indie dudes
Wow.
over here that made Hades with a budget of like, I don't know, but probably a lot less than they spent on Skull and Bones, which ended up flopping because, like, who gives a
Much
shit?
less.
Yeah, go play Sid Meier's Pirates, man. It's on GOG.
I mean, there's even stuff too now that like you see it and you're like, is this a AAA game? And then you realize like, no, this is an indie game. It's just
True.
so fucking polished.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like look at the what's his name? I can't remember. I can never remember the dude's name, but he made like It Takes Two and like Split Fiction that just
Oh,
came out.
yeah.
Like, they're a small team. Like they're not. That's not like a AAA studio, but their games are very polished.
Yeah.
Like they feel like AAA games.
Karma, The Dark World is coming out later this month in March. And I think their team is like 12 people. And I don't know if I've ever seen such a gorgeous game, such a just like realistic, like immersive graphics. It's going to be incredible.
Oh,
And
yeah.
12 people.
Oh, what the hell is that game called? I discovered this one game on Instagram last night. It was a raccoon like riding a bike, and you could do sweet tricks off of ramps and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Look at my Instagram story real fast, but it looked really, really cool.
Tanuki something. Yeah,
think-
he's like a mail carrier.
Yeah. Oh, it's not
It's
saying
like
the name.
Tanuki Ren or Tanuki,
Tanuki Ran
Yeah.
sounds like something like that. Yeah, yeah.
something like that.
Well, with any guests, we like to ask you a nice, neat little question just to get to know you a little bit better. For you guys, brand new guest, brand new question. What's your favorite gaming memory? And of course, you both get your own separate answers. So hit it.
Kate, do you want to kick it off?
Yeah, mine's pretty recent, actually. And for context, I've pretty much been gaming since 2020, so a little bit newer onto the gaming scene. And I just finished Ib and Ob with my friend Disco Cola, who hosts Underplayed podcast. And I just didn't think we'd be able to beat this game, but we beat it. It was one of the most challenging gaming experiences I had, but it was very fun. It's a co-op puzzle platformer. I don't actually know when it came out, but I think it's a little bit older. But beating that felt pretty awesome. So that is my most recent favorite gaming memory.
Nice.
Yeah.
It was a great moment. I got to be there. They did incredible. Oh God. I was torn between picking like a childhood memory or a more recent one. I think I'm gonna go with, so I remember sometime circa 2001, maybe 2000, bringing
the height
over
of Limp Bizkit.
That's what I wrote next to this in my note, actually. Yeah, that's how I remember it. Inviting a mutual friend of mine and Kate's, who's a childhood friend of mine, Cecily, over for like a slumber party, and I had just recently gotten an N64. I was kind of behind. My family didn't have, a ton of money for all the like latest consoles, so I had like just gotten an N64. I was so excited, and I got to show her Paper Mario for the first time, and I had played a little bit, and I was like, this is gonna blow your mind. You are not ready for this. And we just had a blast playing, and it was I just really miss that time where we weren't so steeped in like video game news and even like walkthroughs and stuff online, and just that kind of really like word of mouth experience, like bringing a friend over, saying like, sit down on the couch, I gotta show you this thing. And we had a blast playing, and I think we both have really fond memories of it. So
yeah,
Aww.
that's a good one.
Nice.
I mean,
I love that.
it's funny that you mentioned that, like, bonding with people over like these games as like kids. My my best friend, who I have known since grade 6, who like we were just hanging out last night, like we're still best friends. We became friends because of the water temple in Ocarina of Time.
Damn.
Because we both got Zelda
yeah.
Ocarina of Time for Christmas, and we were just like in the hallway talking with like random people. We didn't even know each other, but we both like brought up that we had Zelda, and we were both stuck at the water temple. And he was like,
Who
I could
wasn't,
like come over and show you how to beat it. And I was like, yeah, let's do that.
that's
And
so
then,
cool.
Yeah, we've been friends ever since then, which is wild.
I love
That's
that.
a great crucible moment in gaming. Trial by fire or water.
Yep. Aaron,
Yes, sir.
there's always super important breaking news happening.
That's right. Beep, 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 beep,
What you
beep.
got? I read this line and I was like, okay, did you pull this off of Time Extension?
Oh, totally. Oh, I don't remember. I think we were eating dinner last night, and my wife. Well, so super important breaking news is my wife says she'll divorce me if I don't find her a Rock Band set. So our goal today.
Better get on that.
Our goal today is to go find a Rock Band set with drums, guitar, the whole shebang.
Are you guys gonna be like a whole like family thing? Like, are you gonna do like
God.
a Jackson 5 thing, or like the Partridge Family? Are you guys gonna be like that?
I don't know,
You guys
man.
just all gonna be like a traveling family band that just plays rock band?
Just tapping away on the Rock Band drums. It doesn't sound
Not
anything
even hooked
close
up, you just hear it.
It doesn't
The
sound
drums and the guitar and stuff.
not even close to sounding like actual Jump by Van Halen. It's just like, it's just me, go ahead and jump.
It's a great song.
That's
It
it for
is.
me for news. Well, yeah, I'll probably think of something else as you go along, but go ahead. What's yours? What do you got?
I don't know if anybody else seen it, but Silent Hill F actually exists.
I saw
and
this.
They showed it off, and that shit looks creepy, dude. Like that, it is looking real cool. It's really given me like, I mean, it's Silent Hill, yes, but it's in Japan in like the 60s, and it has a very specific like Japanese aesthetic to it. But it also was reminding me the whole time of like the look and feel of like Siren.
That's what I was
And-
thinking too, man. Yeah.
I was like, dude, this just looks like Siren to me. This is awesome. Which is funny because like the original Silent Hill creators created Siren. And it also kind of was giving me, just because of the setting, I guess, too, was Fatal Frame. I was getting
Same
Fatal
brain.
Frame vibes from it.
Same brain.
Yeah. But it looks cool. I don't think they slapped a date on when that's supposed to be coming out, but it was pretty in depth. Like the whole, like I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know how Silent Hill came back in the fold so heavy. Like for years, Silent Hill fans were just like, can we please just have another game? And now they're like, we're having a Silent Hill Direct. Like they have like their own Nintendo Direct now. It's like the Silent Hill Transmission or something. And they're just like always talking about, it's, I mean, nobody asked for this, but I'm glad that we're getting it.
I really wish we could get a new, like all these other dead horror games, like specifically from like the PS2 era. Well, I guess Fatal Frame went past the PS2, but like a new Fatal Frame, I feel like they could do a lot with that. Like really, because
they're still doing stuff with Fatal Frame. I think that's Koei, maybe. I can't remember.
Koei Tecmo. I'm pretty sure
they're still doing things with it, but they haven't. There hasn't been like a new one for a bit because they've been re-releasing those Maiden of Black Water and I don't remember what the other one was, but it was like the Wii U one or something. They re-released those.
Yeah, I think that was the Wii U one because it was only in PAL regions, not America. Not America.
Yeah, there was a Wii one and a Wii U. Yeah, there was a couple of them, but yeah, they've been re-releasing those. But who knows? Maybe with the success of Silent Hill kind of having this massive resurgence, maybe we'll start to see some of those other franchises too start popping up.
Bring back Cold Fear. That'd be cool shit.
Cold Fear was cool.
Yep.
That was Resident Evil 4 on a boat.
On a boat. The other piece of news I had is I keep seeing this thing from Time Extension and other retro news websites where apparently SNESs are getting faster as they age. Like the audio processor is speeding up. Like it's not very noticeable.
That'd be cool if that happened to all of us. Just like we get better as we age,
right?
Yeah,
Benjamin Button.
Be cool, like if that's how it works. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, the warranty on my body has run out.
It's firing over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what their name was, but they have. If you don't have the right equipment, you won't notice it at all. But yeah, apparently, like the audio processors are processing sound from the SNES faster than they did back when they were first manufactured, and I think they tested it with Super Metroid and shit.
I just picture them like taking these SNESs and putting them in like a complex like in Control, and they're just like watching these SNESs as they like get faster over time. And they're like, one day they're gonna become sentient. Like these SNESs are gonna become sentient.
They put one in like the Hadron Collider, and who knows what could happen.
It comes out with a voice. Kill
Sounds
me,
like Mario.
please. Oh yeah, an SNES. SNES would sound like Mario, right?
Yeah.
Have any of you seen the movie Grandma's Boy?
Yes.
Oh my god,
I don't think so. Is it an M. Night Shyamalan?
No.
Okay, then I haven't seen it.
No, it's a comedy. It's not at all M. Night Shyamalan, but there's this scene where
Shyamalama.
There's this scene where like some dude walks into JB's office, the nerdy guy, and he's in like one of those desks that reclines all the way back.
Yeah.
And he's just blasting techno music, and he's got speakers covering his whole room. Like I expect somebody's doing that, but like testing the SNES audio acceleration or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet race car bed.
Yeah.
That's a quote from that movie if you know it.
It's a good movie. Go watch it.
Maybe tonight.
Yeah.
I approve of it. You know, I could use something a little bit more like old school funny. Remember when comedies came out like every like month?
Yep.
There was always like an Adam Sandler movie or something
yeah.
like
Or
that.
another Seth Rogen movie. Like there was Pineapple Express and Knocked Up and other ones that I don't remember.
I
but
feel
they
like
were
now
good.
it's just like rom-coms. And like some of them are okay, but like I feel like it's always like rom-com, comedy horror, comedy thriller. And it's like, well, like what about just like a straight up comedy, dude? Like give us a little bit of comedy. I can handle a comedy because like
make me laugh, motherfucker.
We just started watching Baby Reindeer, and I'm like,
That's a fucked up show. It's so good.
Yeah,
it's a good watch though.
We binged like to episode 4, and I was like, I kind of just want to go to bed. I think because I don't feel good.
It's heavy.
Yeah, I was expecting it to be like comedic and like it can be like dark. Like it's very dark humor sometimes,
very dark.
But like, holy shit! When that warning came up on episode 4, I was like, oh. They don't put that on stuff that doesn't deserve it. When it was like the SA stuff.
Yep.
And I was like, oh boy. But
yeah,
such a good show though.
Great
My
show.
God,
really
it's a
good.
Show. Highly encourage if you want to feel bad, go watch that show.
Yep.
And then have some comedies on deck for afterwards.
Speaking of on deck, let's talk about our games. Let's talk about these cool, awesome, influential indie games.
Yeah, speaking of on deck.
Yes, all hands on deck. Kate and Emily, since you're our guest, do you guys want to start first, or do you want us to start things off and set the pace and everything?
I don't know, Kate. What do you think?
I could start. I'll jump in.
Want to start us off? Yeah.
Okay. So I guess my first pick of an influential indie game is Ooblets. Anyone here besides Emily familiar with Ooblets?
I've heard the name.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Okay,
I don't
cool.
know. I might have to look it up.
It's so at first glance it's a farming sim, but it's actually so much more. This was actually on my list because, when I started gaming in 2020, I was basically just playing Animal Crossing and Let's Go Pikachu. And then I saw on Twitch one of my friends that I was modding for streaming this game, and it just looked so beautiful and it had really cool music and funny characters. And I was like, I'm going to buy a PC just so that I can play this game, which is literally what I did. This early days of the pandemic, so why not? And yeah, it's a farming sim, but it's also a creature collector, and it's also has like a deck building element to it, or not deck building, but I guess you are using cards in your deck to execute moves in a dance battle. So the music's pumping, it's really funky, the colors are bright, and if you win the dance battle, you get an ooblet seed, and then you you got to win that dance battle, and then you
wild breakdown of what this thing is. This is not what I was expecting at all.
It's pretty wild, yeah. And you can also, so similar to Pokemon, they have gleamy ooblets, like a shiny Pokemon.
Ooh.
And so you can try to collect those gleamies. You can try to collect them all. They have very silly, funny names like Clomper and Clicky Claws. And what are some other great ooblet names?
Chicka Chicka Ding Ding.
Chicka
right?
Chicka Ding Ding. Hell yeah,
That's
dude.
not real. Is that real?
No, it's real.
That's
Look it
so
up.
Cool.
Glompy legs?
Glomper.
What's the one with the legs? Loopy legs?
Pansa bear?
No.
Gloopy.
Yeah, well, that's
Gloopy
one,
long legs. Gloopy long legs.
Gloopy long legs.
Gloopy long legs?
They're
What?
so adorable. You can't not love them. You got to collect them all. And so when you win the dance battles with your card-based turn-based card dance battle mechanic, then you get a new ooblet seed, and then you plant that seed in your garden, and then it hatches the ooblet after you water it.
That's awesome.
It's just such a cool game. It does have that anti-capitalist theme. You're trying to save the town sort of, which is what a lot of farming sims do, but they're just doing it in a better way that feels very unique and fun. And the music is one of my favorite things about it. I'm a big fan of indie game music. So Ooblet soundtrack rips, and it really was one of the first indie games I ever played. And I feel like it's a little bit underrated for how good of a farming sim it is, because it does add all these other cool elements like dancing and card combat and the creature collecting. So big fan. I highly recommend everybody check it out if you haven't.
When you said anti-capitalist, my brain immediately went to Rage Against the Machine. I'm just picturing Rage Against the Machine playing the entire time,
and Ooblets dancing to
tell me.
Rage Against the Machine. They would. The Ooblets would.
Oh my god, Tom
Yeah,
Morello's in the
just-
back, just like doing the thing with the pencil
Yeah.
against the neck of the guitar. Oh my god,
And then you just got like loopy doopy pissy pants or whatever like that
Pissy
thing was, just like dancing a storm up.
I want everyone to Google all the
break
Ooblets
dancing.
after this and let me know your favorite one, because it's like really important
tag
to me.
yourself.
I'm a clicky claws.
Which Ooblet are you?
I'm definitely a clicky claws. So, and Emily and I also have we both really love that game and kind of bonded over it. So, really
Aaron,
important
you're
to
being
me.
such a clicky claws right now.
It's a compliment.
Oh man. Oh, I'm looking them up right now. Clicky Claws is cool. There's Dumb Burb.
Oh, Dumbird. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Little Dumbird.
Schlumbo. There's fucking Tud.
Oh, and you
Tud?
pick at the beginning, you pick which Ooblet you're going to sort of like associate with, like your starter Ooblet. So really similar to
Jesus.
Pokemon. So but I don't know. It's just funny too. The writing. A lot of people don't like the writing, but I think it's very funny and clever. So
Aaron,
and
did
silly.
you just say that there's one named Todd?
I don't think
Tud.
there is.
T-U-D.
Tud.
Tud.
Oh, Todd.
Tud.
I was
That
like,
would be
that
so
would be
funny.
hilarious. It was just
It would
like
be, though.
some guy like named Todd. Just like
Yeah, like
got Loopy Doopy, we got Pantsa Bear, and then there's Todd.
that freaking Todd.
Just a middle-aged man.
Last Man on Earth. It's got Todd in that show. Anyway, yeah, Ooblets is that's one I've always wanted. I've never actually played it, but it's one that really probably would scratch my deck building, creature collecting itch. That it is always present. I've got this like big rash on my side from creature collectors /
Yeah,
deck
I have
builders.
that too.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. It's
So I
need a cream for
once
that.
again, I've made it known that I don't like a lot of different types of games, but then the more time goes on, I start realizing that I actually like a lot of these things. I just have
Mhm.
programmed my brain to be like, no, I don't like those. Like I didn't like deck builders at all. Then I discovered Inscription, and that set me
Oh, yeah.
off.
That's the marijuana of deck builders. That's the
Because-
gateway.
I didn't, and like I've stayed away from Pokemon for so long. I've played and beat probably a few times like Red and Blue when I was a kid, but like since then, nothing. And then just recently, I just picked up Crystal and threw it on, and I couldn't put it down. And now I'm on to Emerald, and I'm like, well, shit, I like this now too. Like, god damn it, my brain fool me once. And I also. So here's the one though. Here's the one that I'm still not on board with, and that's Farm Sims, because I lost our Fantasy Critic draft from last year, and my punishment that Greg and Beth, my two co-hosts on Super Ghost, they were like, "Well, here's your punishment. You have to play," because we always choose a game that we have to play, and they decided to make me play Stardew Valley. And they were like, I don't know why you're so upset. It's an award-winning
awesome
game. I'm
game.
like, yeah, it's an award-winning farm sim. I don't like, but I have like stipulations. Like I need to get married. Greg said my farm has to make
Whoa.
sense.
That's
Like,
hard.
Yeah.
This is like, I don't think Stardew Valley is a good farm sim. I really don't, like, to start out with or even to just play. Like, I love the game, but it's actually really difficult and not fun, I think, when you start out. Like, there's so many better ones out there. So
yeah, like I threw it on and I was like, all right, I'm going to serve my sentence. I'll do what I have to do.
Stardew Valley jail. I know. It's rough.
And I threw it on and I was like, okay, like I like the look of it, but I'm just like, I don't want to do this. Like, I don't want to be doing these things, but like maybe something like Ooblets
Oh,
might
yeah.
rope me in.
I think
especially
you'd
now
like
that
it.
I'm, yeah.
With the funky
Yeah, I'm gonna have
names,
to check
dude.
that out.
And the cool
Yeah.
dance battles, that's got me.
Fucking Todd. That's going to be
Todd.
my starter Ooblet. Todd.
All right. Who wants to go next?
Emily, go ahead.
I'll take it away. So I kind of cheated, I think, a little bit with my first pick, and I'm going kind of chronologically.
I'll allow it.
So my first are Torchlight and Torchlight
Yes.
2. These are, I think, maybe some of the first indie games I ever played that I was like actually consciously aware of them being indie and of kind of the narrative behind the development too. And my interest in them actually started because I started playing Fate in like the mid 2000s because my family only had Apple computers. We only had Macs. And so I was way limited on what, PC games I could play. Fate happened to be on Mac. And years later, the designer of Fate, Travis Baldry, gets together with a couple of the co-designers from Diablo and Diablo 2. They make Torchlight. And so I heard this like, okay, I poured a ton of hours into Fate, even though it wasn't that interesting of a game, to be honest, but it was what I had, and I got super hooked, especially on Torchlight 2. So if you haven't played them, they are very similar to Diablo. They're action RPG kind of dungeon crawlers. They have, I think, an amazing like randomized loot system that really feeds these, serotonin, dopamine loops in your brain, and just a great gameplay loop overall. But it was the first time that I was like, oh, this is different in some way from other games I've played. And I was aware of Max Schaefer and I think it's Eric Schaefer both left Blizzard because they were sick of the shit. I don't know all the backstory, but they said, fuck this. They went off and as a team under Runic Games developed Torchlight, which is very similar to Diablo. So it's like, this is really interesting. Okay, like
I should play some Torchlight because I've never played it.
Yeah. Oh, start with Torchlight 2. I think Torchlight 2 improves on everything that Torchlight was doing. And then Torchlight 3 is a different team entirely, I think. So that Torchlight 2 is the sweet spot to start with, I think.
When did the Torchlight 2 come out? That was a while, right? Like we're talking.
It was 2012.
I will add the Torchlight 3 has a cool like ghost train class that you can pick, and that's kind of cool.
Ghost train.
That's cool.
Like Torchlight 1 was just like mage, wizard, warrior, and then Torchlight 2 was like a berserker, gunman, and then you get to Torchlight 3. There's a dude with a little ghost train that zips around you all the time, and you throw down tricks and shit. It's so cool. It's awesome. Well, Torchlight 2, like Emily said, it's way better. But yeah, I just want to throw that out there. Sorry. So you have the floor.
Speaking of, kind of that realization that you had when you were like, oh, this feels different. Like when you first play some of these initial indie games that started coming out, like it did feel different. Like it wasn't that it didn't feel like it was polished or anything, but it was just like, oh, like this is doing something that all the other AAA games are not doing. Like, at that time, when you think about like when I think about the first few indie games that started kind of streaming through, that's like Xbox Live Arcade, like that era. Yeah. Like when you started seeing like Castle Crashers and stuff like that showing up, that was like, oh, this is really cool. Like this is the kind of game that I want right now. Like nobody's making like these 2D like beat 'em up like kind of games with like a world map that you go through and stuff. Like everything at that time was just cover shooters, and every game had the piss filter. Like it just everything looked yellow and brown and shitty looking, and like it was just, I don't know, it was a breath of fresh air to see some of these like really colorful games. But like one of the things that I have on my list was like I've always loved horror movies and horror games. I'm a huge horror guy, and I've always liked like the Resident Evils, the Silent Hills, stuff like that. But when I played Amnesia for the first time, that was when I was like, oh, this is truly terrifying, and I don't know if I can complete playing the entire game. Like I can't get through this because it's so goddamn scary. That was that moment of going, like, what, like, who came up with this game? Like that, to me, I feel like Amnesia was one of the first of that type, and that set the stage for like fucking so many other like indie horror games from that point forward. It was one of the first ones that I remember that you just kind of, you walk around and you kind of like read things, and then it's like, what's that noise? And you got to hide and stuff. Like that to me was, as far as I can remember, that was the first kind of moment of experiencing that type of horror game. And I mean, now look what we have. I mean, Jesus, you go on the Steam store page, click on horror, and there's just like a dime a dozen these like walking simulator horror games, which some are kind of cool. Most are really bad and just a cash grab for somebody to. Have you noticed like some of these indie games, not to shit on indie games, but like Have you noticed, like, on like the Steam store page, like if a game comes out, say like a new Assassin's Creed or like this Split Fiction game, for example, that'll come out and it's like, oh, this is like the big new thing, or like even like Elden Ring. Then you'll just see like these games start popping up with like this crazy box art that's like, wow, that looks a lot like Elden Ring, and then like you'll click on it and it's just like, what the fuck is this? Like what?
Yeah.
Like you just threw something into RPG Maker and you put it up on Steam and made like a logo that looks very similar to the new hotness, and you're just kind of hoping that somebody accidentally, like that's the perfect trap for like asking your grandma to get you like a game, and then that's what ends up happening. Like,
my little Deirdre wants Elden Ring. Oh, that looks just like the picture he sent me. And then it's like Google Ring or something stupid, and it's just
Have you ever seen that video? This is really bad, but it's kind of funny. Have you seen that video of like it's like these parents at Christmas or whatever, and they're like asking their son to like unwrap this gift, and I guess the son asked for Minecraft, and like their very old school German grandfather gave him Mein Kampf.
Oh man, I knew exactly where that was going.
Yeah, gave the kid like that book, and they were like, "Grandpa, what the fuck? What is this?" And he was like, he said he wanted this, and then the kid's like, I wanted Minecraft.
Oh God,
could happen to anyone.
Yeah, it is a craft. It is a Minecraft. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. But anyways, Amnesia is pretty scary.
just like
Minecraft. No, don't. Leave it, Aaron.
I know.
I put it on my wish list. So,
is it what, Amnesia? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what else was kind of scary though? Limbo.
Yes.
Yeah.
I forget exactly which year this came out, but it was around the time I was playing like Gears of War and Burnout Paradise, even like Oblivion a little bit. And I remember having a gift card, like an Xbox gift card for like, it was back when they used Microsoft points, and it was like 500 or something stupid. And I was like, wow, what the hell am I going to do with this? And I saw Limbo there, and yeah, it's just this little 2D side scroller. And the description on the Xbox store doesn't say a whole lot about what it is. It's just like, oh, your sister is missing and you have to go find her. Like, okay, cool. Just a little time waster game. But yeah, Limbo turned out to be a lot. Like, it blew my expectations away with the cool puzzles and like the cool spooky scenes.
The physics and stuff too is really cool.
And the different way, this is going to sound macabre as fuck, but like the different ways the little kid can die, like the little spider legs impaling him, or like just getting crushed by a box. Yeah. Like, that's really cool. It's not, you didn't see that a lot at all around that time with other AAA games. It was a cool little kind of like palate cleanser in between cover-based shooters and racing games, because I feel like that's what all that entire generation was, like Jerry said, cover-based shooters and stuff. But Limbo,
with piss filters.
I'm pretty sure almost everybody's played Limbo at this point. But if you haven't, play Limbo, play Inside. They're all good. The puzzles are
Inside's
just good. Yeah,
so crazy.
Yeah.
The ending of that game.
Yep.
It had no right to go that hard.
No.
I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, the ending of Inside is just, it's a lot.
It was a lot. Yeah.
I feel like there are a lot of games coming out today even that you look at and you can immediately see the inspiration from Limbo.
Yeah.
Whereas I think a lot of those early,
I mean, look at Little Nightmares.
You know.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yep. That to me is so inspired by that. It kind of made its own, and that's the thing, right? Like, that's what I was thinking about when we were thinking about this topic. I was thinking about games that, like, I mean, after Limbo, there's a lot of games similar to Limbo, and there still continues to be. Like, it almost made like its own new like subgenre, you know? And like, I hate using the term like Souls-like, but like, you know, there's definitely a category, whether it has an actual tag or not, but like Limbo likes, you know, like there's Inside. Well, Inside makes sense because it's by the same people, but like Little Nightmares, Planet of Lana, like all these, like, even though like Planet of Lana is not a horror game, it's more of like a sci-fi like thriller kind of thing. But yeah, there's so many of these like platformer games, and I feel like in a way, maybe I'm wrong on this, this is just a thought that came to my head. I feel like Limbo probably got inspired by Prince of Persia, like the original Prince of Persia.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, because
like the platforming one.
Yeah, 2D puzzle platformer. Yeah,
You know what
or even like
Yeah.
or even like the cinematic platformers. Like, what were those ones that Dre and them talked about? It was there was Prince of Persia.
Out of This World.
Yeah, Out
I
of
think
This
is one of them.
World. There's a few others, but that seems very, I want to say Limbo like, but Limbo came
Yeah.
after that. Like Limbo does kind of feel like those a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Aaron, I'm picking one for you to talk about because I don't know what it is.
Okay.
Tell me what what the fuck is Charlie Murder?
Ooh, okay. So another, I gotta scoot back a little bit and table back it to talk about this game because I played the piss out of this. So another Xbox Live Arcade goodie, Charlie Murder. It's like a 2D, pretty much like a beat 'em up. It's almost like Guardian Heroes. If you ever played that on like Saturn or even like Advanced Guardian Heroes, shit like that. It's like a beat 'em up RPG side scroller, and each character, just like Guardian Heroes, has a different class. Like there's one character who's supposed to be like a mage. There's like the drummer, the Rexecutioner. He's supposed to be like a tank. And each character learns new moves and spells as you go along. And it's just I think it's backwards compatible. I'm not sure, but I think the 360 store is dead now, isn't it? So you can't buy it anymore. I don't know if there's a way to play this game anymore, but yeah, it's just a really, really...
Charlie Murder?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I thought it was on Steam. Is this the Ska one by Ska?
Yeah, Ska Studios.
Oh, is it Ska Studio?
Ska
I think
Studios.
it's on Steam, yeah. I was looking it up.
Steam.
This looks cool, yeah.
Yeah, okay, if it is on Steam, that's awesome. Yeah, it's not very long, being a side scroller, but yeah, it's
Hold
good.
on, let me just lie to Steam and tell them I was born in 1938 so I can look at this page. I have to do that every single time. It's like, I wonder if someone's actually like keeping track of these analytics and just being like, man, there's a lot of like 104-year-old
so many skeletons
people
looking into Steam.
The greatest generation really loves their side scrollers.
And it's only $250. Yeah, dude. It's worth $250 for sure. Charlie Murder is really good, especially when you have people playing with you. You can do like little tag team attacks and stuff.
$274 here in Canada.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, it's really, really good.
Canadian dollary do. Yeah, I might check this out. This
Looks cool, yeah.
You and
looks
Dollo
like
can play it,
up
man.
my
It's
alley.
awesome.
Cool art style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Punk
liking
as
what I'm
fuck.
seeing here. Yeah.
I think it's my turn. I can riff off
for
of another. I have a beat 'em up on my list as well,
Do
which
it.
is Super Crush KO.
I don't know what that is either.
It's very fun. It's like a brawler beat 'em up where you play as this woman who gets her cat kidnapped. And so you're going on a journey to save the cat, but also there's this weird other story where like AI is going to take over the city. So you're like also trying to save the city, but most importantly is your cat, whose name's Chubbs, I think, which is so cute.
Yes.
With a Z. Chubbs with a Z.
Chubbs.
So it really is just a beat 'em up brawler, but it's very girly pop. Like it's all pink and purple and bright
looks
colors.
wild.
It's so fun, and it's a super accessible beat 'em up too. I would say I'm obsessed with this game. I think I've been avoiding finishing it because I have a hard time finishing games that I really love. But I use this game to warm up to play other games. So if you like beat 'em ups, but you're looking for a more like fun, cute color palette and like a girly pop main character, this is the beat 'em up for you.
The little cutscene images on Steam look really, really cool. Like the hand drawn. She's like with her cat. And there's little hearts everywhere. It's really cool. I just bought it, by the way. It's only $3.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I'm gonna get it too.
it also like helped me
Seems
realize
so.
that I could enjoy a lot of combat in games too. So that's why it's pretty influential to me, because I was like, oh, maybe I do really like combat in games under the right like visual circumstances, you know? So I really, really like it.
Yeah, the visuals look really cool. Like I just watched like the quick like the first video that's on the Steam page, and yeah, it was very eye catching.
You
But
get
it
a
looks like
double jump too, and you can fight while you're in the air. So you have a gun, so you can like shoot enemies while you're in the air, and you stay like elevated for a while, and then when you come back down to the platforms, there's some platforming involved too. You can like do a bunch of moves where you're like punching up, or you have like a really devastating attack too that can kill a bunch of enemies at once. So there, you just get swarmed with enemies, but you have so many skills in this game that it just feels really good. It just feels great to play and kick those AI.
If you didn't have me sold already, all you had to do was say double jump.
Right? I love a double jump. Who doesn't?
Man.
I love the relatableness of a story where like AI is taking over the world and everything's like dying, but also my cat.
My cat.
Don't worry about that.
I love my cat so much. Yeah. How dare they stole her cat, but yeah, it's really good.
Emily, what do you got? What do you got for us?
Well, so I'd like, because Jerry and I have the same game on both our lists, so I think we should talk about
I think we
Super
became
Meat
best
Boy.
friends the second that we put Super Meat Boy on this list.
Hell yeah. God damn. Super Meat Boy is, I think, one of the first, like, probably 3 indie games I picked up.
Same. Yep.
And I think just the speed at which you can go from, like, 0 to, like, really in this, like, locked in playing is, like, 0 seconds, immediate. It's just so fast paced. It's a great precision platform. It is. Look, I'm gonna be bold and say like this is the fucking precision platformer. Like every other precision platformer has to live up to this legacy.
Celeste is the only one that comes as a close second for me.
Very true, and is so different.
Very different,
in
but
gameplay.
Yeah, you're right. Meat Boy is like
the soundtrack.
Yeah, the soundtrack is
so
good.
It goes hard.
And there was so much content there. There was so much content, and like because of the game's difficulty, like I remember just standing up in front of my TV, shaking, and just like trying to beat like this one level in particular, and I'm just like yelling, and my wife is like, hey, like dinner's like, what are you doing? Like dinner's ready. And I'm like, I can't, I'm locked in right now. If I walk away, I'll never be able to beat it. I'm getting like a fraction of a second further every single time. And like, it just grabs you so hard and just reels you in with like, at first you're like, fuck. Shit. Damn it. And like, you just keep
doing
dying,
one of these,
keep dying, keep dying.
Oh my God. You're like biting your fucking knuckles a little bit. Like, God damn.
I bit my controller. That was like the first time in my like young adult life that I was like, I bit a controller and threw it and was like, fuck this game. And then immediately came back to it like 15 minutes later and was like, okay, well, it's not the game, it's me. I just got to get better at the game. I got to like, you start to really like have a lot of internal dialogue with yourself and you're just like, maybe I'm the problem. Like maybe I just need to be
It's
better.
a personal journey.
It is.
Well, Emily, you replayed it kind of recently too, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Did you beat
and I
it?
was really happy to see. I mean, yes, in that I got through all the levels.
Okay.
I mean, like you said, there's so much content, and then every level has its like
the dark side
infernal
or whatever
version.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, you could play this for hundreds of hours and just keep finding little things to do. And I just think the speed at which you go from dying to restarting is perfect because you don't have to wait for a loading screen. It's just boom, boom, boom. And you do. I mean, it's the game that I talk to myself the most while playing because I'm just like, God damn it. Oh, fuck. I was so close. You know, like, and you get tilted, but it does give you this sense that you are improving a little bit over time, or you can tell, okay, if I just do this, I just gotta get good. You know, it's not mysterious in what you have to do. It's just freaking hard.
Yeah, you just got to get like the
in a really addictive way.
Muscle memory down for some of those things.
Yeah.
Oh, and then when you finish a level and you get like the what is it called? Like the playback or whatever of all your little U's dying.
Oh yeah,
going through the level.
Yeah.
Like that was
cool.
That's very clever.
It's like, man, I really took like 2,000 attempts to get through this level. Man, I'll do better next time or something.
I like the Bandage Girl levels, like watching those. I don't know, they're cute.
Yeah.
They're deceptive because they're all bubblegum pop and like the music is so fun and then they're brutally hard. They're way harder than anything else.
Yeah. Some of those the guest characters, Like there's that one guy from You Have to Win the Game.
Oh yeah.
His levels are pretty fucking difficult too.
Didn't they also have Captain Video or whatever his name is from the Bit Trip
Commander
Runner?
Video.
Commander Video. There we go.
Yeah.
Because he could like float for a little bit.
I think
He like floats
you could play as
vertically.
Isaac, right?
I think
From
so.
Binding of Isaac.
Yes, yeah.
I think,
You know what?
a head crab.
Was this the first game that did like the indie like collaboration thing where it was like, hey, there's all these other indie games. Let's
Maybe.
bring all these characters. Because like you see that a bit
Yeah.
now where like you'll see like Shovel Knight will pop up somewhere in like a fucking kart race or some shit.
Yeah, or like
and
Smash Bros. Yeah. Well, I
is
guess
he in
that's,
Smash Bros?
yeah, he is just like as an assist trophy, but that's it.
Oh, right. Yeah. But yeah, like I feel like maybe Super Meat Boy was like the first one that did it that way.
I think so.
It might have been.
I'm also now remembering too, because like you said that Meat Boy was like one of the first batch of indie games that you picked up. Mine was Super Meat Boy, Castle Crashers, and I cannot believe that I'm thinking of this now. Not one person put this on their list. Fucking Fez.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't play
Yeah.
Fez back in the day. I didn't play it until it came to Switch.
Fez was
Fez
in like
rocks.
playing Fez at that time when like it first came out, and I picked it up because I heard like Jeff Gertzman on Giant Bomb talking about how insanely good this game was, and I was like, okay, well, I got to pick it up. But like before all of the information was on the internet, because now you can just go look up a walkthrough, but like understanding that game and slowly understanding like the language it's trying to teach you in the game was like insane to just be like taking that all in and like talking with other people and being like, man, did you find this thing? Like, does this make sense to you? Like, did you uncover this part of the
Or
and,
like the
did you
black
move the
monolith
thing?
at the very end, where like everybody,
Oh my god!
they had this gigantic forum trying to figure out like solutions to. They're basically brute forcing different codes toward the end to figure out what the heck that all even meant. Yeah, it's.
God, that game was good.
I don't remember any
Wasn't
other
as good
game.
as Beat Boy, but it was good.
Yeah. Before we get to our next batch of picks, should we take an ad break and hear from our sponsor?
Sure. I need to grab a bottle of water as well.
That's fine. I need to grab a sweater or something because it's cold down
chilly?
here.
A little
Yeah, it's
chilly?
chilly.
You chilly, buddy?
We'll be right back. Have you ever needed transportation now, I guess on demand, like whenever the hell you need it?
Like an Uber?
No, this is quicker than an Uber. So an Uber, you text them, you're like, hey dog, can I get a ride to like KFC? And they'll be like, yeah, dude, I'll be there in like 30 minutes. No, not anymore. Disposable cars. You gotta take a car out of your pocket. It's like a folded up like piece of paper.
Like a dinky?
I don't know what the fuck
Like a
that
dinky
is.
car?
But all right, yeah.
Wait, you don't have dinkies over there?
Is it like a Hot Wheel? Like Hot Wheels?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Shrinky Dinks? Oh, never mind.
Oh, Shrinky Dinks are good too.
I'll get out of this.
Oh
I'll get out of this ad.
no. So you take a little disposable car out of your pocket. You just
Take
kind
a
of
shrinky dink out.
you just toss it on the ground, sprinkle some water on it, or you can spit on it too, I guess, if you want, and then give
Spit
it.
on that thing.
Don't bring Spit Girl into this.
Spit Girl. This episode brought to you by Spit Girl.
Spit Girl, yeah. So yeah, just add a little bit of hydration to this your little car and give it like maybe 30 minutes, and all of a sudden, you get a full-sized car ready to go. And whenever you get to where you're going, just leave it there, and it'll shrink again, and then it's biodegradable. So done.
Yeah, it's kind of like they took the technology from. I don't know if you guys remember remember those like dinosaurs that you would get like in an egg, and then you put it in water and then it would grow. It's kind of like that. It's just a car version of that. You just have to make sure that you put it somewhere where it can dry out, because if it's raining, it's just going to keep growing. And we have heard that there are problems on the street because these things just keep getting bigger and bigger.
They're consuming your apartment building and the cars next to them, and then
there's a real problem with one in central Iowa right now. There's just a disposable car on
I'm currently
the
recording
loose.
from inside of it.
Yeah, it's a problem, but it's fine. You just got to make sure that you keep it dry. Like, get it wet and then get it dry. It's kind of like a reverse gremlin.
Reverse Gremlin. That's the episode title. Reverse Gremlin.
It's a reverse gremlin, and for Christ's sake, do not feed it after midnight.
Don't feed it at all, please.
Don't. Yeah, the car will ask you. It'll converse with you. It does have like
it's got
smart
the Tesla
technology.
computer thing inside of it. It'll ask you like, can I have a sandwich? But in like a robot voice, like, can I please have a sandwich? Beep boop, and then you'd be like, no,
which is
shut
horrifying
up, car.
because it knows how to talk normally, but it does that because it thinks that it'll trick us. But we just have to be smarter. We have to be smarter than the disposable cars.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, if you ever, you can buy them in a 6-pack, like a blister pack kind of thing. We also have little like the Altoids mints. They have like tins full of them. You can buy one for like $30. Just again, toss them on the ground. Please, for the love of God, they come with like a little cover as well too, like a little capsule. So when you're done, you just shove them into the capsule. Well, no, I guess because they'd still be big. Anyway, Emily, Kate, what do you guys think about disposable cars?
I mean,
I think I gotta get one.
I want the pack in the Altoids tin. Like, what if we all just used these instead of our normal cars? Like, what kind of a difference would that make in the world? Would it be better or worse? I don't know.
A big one. Yeah.
No more junkyards. No more junkyards. No more rusted metal sitting around. It's just the car will just dehydrate, and then it'll just into dust.
Are there different flavors of the car? Like, could one of them be a PT Cruiser with wood paneling or no?
Kate, I'm glad that you asked this question. I'm very pleased to say that if you do use the checkout code at the disposable car website, which is superpod Christ alive, if you use that code at the checkout, you will get the DLC pack for this offer. And what it is it comes with a couple different flavors, and if you pour those flavors on the car, they will turn into different things. There isn't one for a PT Cruiser. PT Cruisers have been banned.
With wood paneling was what I wanted. PT Cruiser with wood paneling.
As somebody that used to drive around in a PT Cruiser, for real, not joking, they should not. I think we probably could. We could talk to the developers and say like, "Hey,
the developers." Whatever. Don't try to eat them though. Yeah, definitely do not try to eat the disposable.
That was gonna be my next question. Was you can't feed it, but can you eat it? And no to both.
Only with alcohol. Only consume with alcohol, because the alcohol, what it does is it dehydrates it as it's going through your digestive system. I don't know if that's what alcohol actually does, but it does for the disposable cars. So make sure you consume tons and tons of alcohol when you're eating a disposable car.
Perfect.
It's just what the doctor ordered.
Yeah.
Or I guess when it's a grown car, like a fully grown adult car, you could maybe take a bite out of it. It's just disposable. Yeah. It's biodegradable.
Just eat like one of the side mirrors or something.
Ooh, that would be a good snack.
Just pop a chunk.
Is there anything in the glove compartment? Do you like
the owner's manual?
That's where it eats. That's where you don't touch the glove. Yeah,
that's the mouth. That, like it flaps down as it's talking. Like,
and
hey, Jerry, give me a sandwich.
If it asks you to put something in its trunk, don't do that. Don't. It doesn't have a trunk, if you know what I'm saying. But there's something there. But if it's like, hey, please put your suitcase in my trunk, don't. It's got a backseat for that. Don't do it. Don't let it fool you. But yeah, I mean, I would also encourage people to try out different things to pour on it. Like, I mean, you could throw a liquid IV on there. Maybe it runs a little faster.
Ooh,
protein shake.
Right?
Protein shake.
You get that nice.
That'll turn into a Hummer. That's just a Hummer.
That absolute yoked disposable car.
Yeah.
I mean, there's other things that you probably could.
Coffee if you want to go fast. Coffee if you want to go vroom vroom.
There you go. That's good.
Yep.
That's good.
You could put holy water on it, and it literally makes like that Pope mobile that has like the bulletproof glass.
Disposable Pope mobile. We were also talking about the disposable cars being edible because they're made of biodegradable materials, which, I mean, kind of biodegradable kind of equals edible in our book on superpodsaga here, folks.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're hungry, you can take a bit out of like the dashboard and just like gnaw on it a little bit. Yeah.
The thing is, like you're already seeing there's a turnover because people are starting to discover the disposable car, so they don't need like these smart cars. So like don't know if you noticed, like people have been burning Teslas and stuff lately, and like just trashing Tesla because we don't need them anymore. We have disposable.
Oh, and that's why.
That's why. Yes, I don't know
That
if you
makes
guys
sense.
are.
It all makes sense now.
The disposable car
to stuff or
is
not, but
far more intelligent than any smart car out there. It learns. It actively learns as you drive it. That's why they're disposable, so they don't learn too much.
We have to
and then become fully sentient.
I'm here to say that
and take over the world.
Yeah, they are meant to die at the end of that car ride.
That's the slogan.
They're meant to die.
Disposable cars, and then like a graphic like "Born to Die."
Yeah.
Now, is that superpodchristalive.com or is superpod.christalive?
Superpod/Christalive/
Meant to die.
meant to die. Yeah. Born to die. Here to serve. Born to die. Drive me, please. Feed me chicken.
That sounds like the New Hampshire license plate almost to a T.
Thanks, Chicken and Disposable Cars, for sponsoring this episode. Jerry, are we back?
Yeah. Yep. We are.
We all drove our fleet, our convoy even of disposable cars back to the studio. We're back.
Yep.
Need a breather after. Oh my god, meant to die. Really ruined my insides. Oh, who wants to go next?
I don't know.
I feel like Aaron, it's your turn because we heard Super Meat Boy last, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So Shovel Knight was
What's that?
another really huge one. Another really huge one that got me into indie gaming. I don't recall if this was ever on 360, but on the days of the Xbox One, I don't think I played, like when it first came out, I think all I played was like Titanfall almost religiously and just a bunch of other games.
Did you not play this on 3DS? That's where I first played it.
No, I didn't have a 3DS back then because I was a console man. I was an Xbox man. But I've since changed my ways. But yeah, Shovel Knight, played it on the Xbox One at first, and I played it over and over and over, and I could speedrun the first level like nobody's business. None of the other levels, though, because they were too hard for my little baby brain back then. I was like 22. Shovel Knight was just, it had that whole NES aesthetic, but without the jankiness that comes with most NES games. They had all the cool characters like Spectre Knight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what was his name? There's Polar Knight.
It was like the
Knight.
king. Yeah, the king.
I forget who like the potion making one was. He was really, really cool too. And then they were just slapping out DLC after DLC after DLC. Like they added, you could play as all these different characters, and they had the cool fucking card game Joustus. It's really, really good. And yeah, Shovel Knight is just one of my favorite games ever. It's way too good.
I really wish that they would make like a straight up Shovel Knight 2 or something. Because like I feel like they've been just doing DLC, even though those DLCs are like kind of games in and of themselves. But I would like to just see like a new Super Meat Boy, Shovel Knight. Like I want to see a Shovel Knight 2. Show me the Shovel Knight 2.
That'd be cool,
Make
man.
it 16-bit. Yeah, put him in the 16-bit world.
Oh, and
crazy.
The soundtrack for Shovel Knight is
it's insane.
Just one of the best.
As a Mega Man enjoyer, it was doing it for me.
It's got that really hype Mega Man energy.
Yeah, that intro stage, like the you just hear that song kick in, you're like,
bum, bum, bum,
shit.
Dun, 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 dun. Am I taking you there, Jerry?
Nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right as soon as you pop into a stage, for chivalry, and then those little scenes in between where he's at a campfire and he's dreaming about rescuing Shield Knight or whatever from, I forget what the witch's name is. Those were really, really cool. Oh man, all the cool side shit that you could do on the world map. Like you could fight I'm blanking on every single character's name. There was like the bigger guy you could fight. There was the tiny like Dark Knight, I think. I don't know. It's just a really good game, man. Shovel Knight is just so good. It really got me going back into indie games on the Xbox One, and really good.
It's a good example too of like how that game takes cues from so many other games, but at the time it was like no AAA studio is going to make a game like this, and that's why I think it's so important that these games keep coming out, because it's like when some of these companies started realizing like, oh, people want this shit, like they want like an 8-bit 2D side-scrolling game, and like it borrows from like DuckTales on NES of all things.
Oh yeah,
like, with the downward like hit, and yeah, it was just I love indie games so much. Shovel Knight's so good. Shovel Knight's so good.
Games that
So I missed it back in the day. I played a bunch of the games that kind of like, surrounded it in the little pantheon of like late 2000s, early 2010s indie games. Is it worth now going back to? Do you feel like it would hold up as a new player getting into it?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Especially if you enjoy like a 2D side scroller.
Like an action platformer.
If you're into that kind of thing, it's like among the best. Again, I'm a huge Mega Man like fanboy, and it's up there with some of the best Mega Man games. Like it's that sort of type, and it's not a Metroidvania. There's a little bit of like you can backtrack and stuff, and like find secrets and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, because there's different suits of armor that you can get that do different things, whether it increases your max like magic points or makes you immune to spikes. There's different shovels you can equip that do different cool things. There's all sorts of different like secondary weapons you can get, like a wand that shoots a fireball, I think, and then there's one that encases you in a bubble, I believe. No, I'm probably thinking about the wrong game, I think, but yeah, there's a lot of customization to it, and there's lots of really cool characters you can talk. The game is just chock full of tons of cool characters,
and like all the DLC too. You play as different knights, so like some of them feel very similar to playing a Shovel Knight, but then like there's another like who's the Reaper one?
Spectre.
Which one is that? Spectre of Torment. That's a completely different it's a completely different move set. You have to think about how you play these levels with this character, with their move set differently than when you would with Shovel Knight. And they operate differently.
It's a full-blown extra game too, because like just original Shovel Knight, you have like I think 6 or 7 worlds to go through. The DLC ones, I mean, you don't have like 6 or 7. There's probably 5, but it's still enough to feel like an entirely separate game with a whole new character, with a new move set, even new characters. Like they have their own different hub world as well. And it's in the card game on the King of Cards expansion, I think is what it's called. It's so good. The card game is so good.
Yeah, it's never a bad time to jump into Shovel Knight.
Yeah,
I'd try it for sure.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it
now.
So, Kate, Emily, do you both of you enjoy horror games?
Oh yeah. Big fans of horror games over here.
Have you played or seen Visage?
Yes. I haven't played it myself, but I've watched most of a playthrough.
I haven't played it, but I looked it up when I saw it on your list. Looks really scary.
It is terrifying. I was going to put PT on this list because PT was like the start of something new again with like horror games. But then Aaron was like, that was developed by Konami. Like, it's not an indie thing. And I was like, oh, shit. But then I thought about it and I was like, well, Visage is pretty much like the first full-length game that came out that was like, we're going to do the PT thing. Like, we're going to make something extremely scary with like hyper realism. And this game, I mean, it starts off and sets the stage with like probably one of the most disturbing intros to any game I've ever seen. Like it is rough. I would preface this by saying if you're into horror games, but like there's certain things that, you might feel a little triggered on, like there's some heavy shit in Visage, but it's a really crazy game. Yeah. I was going to like kind of clump that and like Slender the 8 Pages together. Cause like, I feel like Slender also kind of started this new, like that walking like not a walking simulator, but like just you're walking and collecting things before something comes and gets you. Like that was one of those first ones. I leapt over the back of my couch playing Slender the Eight Pages.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I want to have that experience.
Well,
You're just
I'll
like,
tell you,
holy shit, that's scary. You're doing like a triple
it wasn't on
backflip.
it wasn't on my list, but I mean, if I'm thinking about recently, and I mean, I'm fairly desensitized to a lot of horror stuff because I put myself through torture and I watch really fucking crazy movies and stuff, and like I try to play a lot of the games, but I have not been as scared in my adult life as I have been playing the Mortuary Assistant.
Yeah. Man.
I cannot finish that game. I'm so scared of that game.
You know what?
I don't like the not knowing.
Thank God for indie devs and them.
Yes.
Thank God for them making all of these cool horror games, because I can't recall a good like AAA horror game from around that time. That really, because I mean, Silent Hill was going pretty downhill at the time with like Homecoming and Downpour. Like they were, but we had Resident Evil 6,
but they're not good.
Resident Evil 6 around that
Resident
time.
Evil 6.
That was,
oh my god,
that was going downhill. But yeah, Slender, Amnesia, Visage, or I guess I don't remember when Visage came out, but yeah, games like those,
a couple of years,
they really kept horror games going. Oh, and like Outlast, I think that was an indie game, wasn't it?
Oh, dude, Outlast scared the shit out of me when that came out. Like the Handycam stuff.
Yeah,
was
dude.
Like, oh shit, somebody made a found footage game.
Yeah, dude, indie
It's so
devs
crazy.
doing what the big AAA boys won't, and I think that's why I enjoy indie games so much.
Have any of you seen that game that you can't make a sound? Like,
What is that
use
one
your-
called?
It's called.
Isn't it
I
like
think it's called
Don't Scream? Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
And it's like
yeah.
hyper realistic
Oh,
looking.
yeah.
It looks like a body cam or something. That
Mhm.
I don't know if I could do that shit, man. Like that's so above. I mean, I even go as far as saying like I am pretty good with horror games, but some of these horror games are just. Have you not seen this game, Aaron?
No, I've never heard of this, but I'm looking at it now. Microphone required in all
Yeah.
caps.
Yes, you have
That's
to turn
too
your
scary.
microphone on.
I think you can set the threshold, but like the default threshold is pretty quiet
yeah.
too. So
Like-
like you really have to not be making this. You have to not react to what's happening, which obviously then they set the challenge and then try to meet it. So it gets pretty intense. I just feel like indie games and horror go together so well. And I think that's true in film too, right? Like indie film and horror film have been like besties
yeah.
for a long time. Produce
Yes.
such good things.
Mm-hmm.
I think the fact that, devs get to pick the niche that they want to focus on, whether it's the narrative, whether it's kind of I don't want to call Don't Scream gimmicky, but it is like a really specific, narrow mechanic, right, that they're kind of after, and just pursue that. And it doesn't have to be a long game. It doesn't have to be, particularly complex. But then through word of mouth, through like, holy shit, this is the craziest thing I've played, like it spreads. And I think it just produces, like you said, stuff that AAA is just never going to, they're never going to let a studio either get so niche and focused or take such a like innovative idea and expand it into something that's going to be like a full-fledged AAA title.
Yeah.
And it's just, I think they're like indie and horror are so intrinsically tied to me.
For sure.
It's a good place to be.
Well, I can take us to sorry, go ahead, Emily.
I was going to say, I'd love to hear Kate talk about Firewatch.
That's where I was going to
If
take
that's
us
cool.
next. We're so in
Hell
sync.
yeah.
I was gonna say that or Dream Daddy. I've never heard of that before. That sounds cool.
Dream Daddy. Yeah,
I forgot to put the full title of that game, which actually it's called Dream Daddy, the Dad Dating Simulator.
Oh, I have heard of this. Okay.
Yeah, it's
by
pretty.
Game Grumps, right?
Yes, who also did a great horror game called Homebody, which
Homebody.
everyone did. You
Just
play that?
I just recently played that with Beth. She watched me play it from start to finish, and we were like, "This game has no right to be this crazy. Like, this is
It's so scary.
wild." Yeah, it's creepy as hell.
Yeah, it's a great game.
Such a cool like time loop thing too going on there.
Yeah, a real big departure from Dream Daddy for them. But I can talk about Firewatch because we are on that horror walking sim, which I feel like Firewatch is not a horror game, but it does have moments of
It
tension.
goes places.
Oh, Emily would like to say.
I would like to say I felt like it was.
It is like, I mean, the reason why it's on my list is because it was one of the first indie games I played. And I remember being like, whoa, a video game can be like this? Like, that's kind of wild. And I was so sucked in. And we were talking about this earlier, but it just feels different. Like, you're having an experience and you're like, this feels different from something else that I've experienced before. I got so sucked in that I played the whole thing, I think, in like 2 days over a weekend, which is fast for me. But yeah, great game. I'm assuming everyone here is familiar with it, but I just think its depictions of wilderness are really beautiful. But more than that, like, very simple story setup and mechanic by just being able to communicate via walkie-talkie with your coworker. Also, some really great coworker flirting going on in that game. Tensions rising, but there's just a lot of mystery as well, and it's a mystery story that I was really invested in, which is kind of unique for me. Yeah, I don't know, what do y'all think about Firewatch? Any Firewatch fans in the house?
I loved it. Yeah, I've only played it once when it first came out, but I do remember really, really enjoying it. The storytelling in that game is really well done, and the acting is fantastic.
The voice acting is really, really phenomenal, and yeah, I feel like it's just one of those things that once they give you like a little bit of information, you just have to keep going to figure out like what is actually going on. And it's a beautiful, beautiful walking sim. I think it came out, I want to say 2016, but I could be wrong.
Holy shit, has it been that long?
I feel like it it was either like 2016 or 2018, and I know they're
2017.
Maybe they're working on their
right.
next game right now, and it's coming out in like 2029 or something like
February
that.
February 9th, 2016.
2016, yeah.
Yeah, February 9th. So like pretty much 2015. Like it's like 10 years old now.
Which I don't think it, I mean, I didn't grow up gaming, but it doesn't feel that old to me when I play it, because we replayed it recently for our show, or like a year ago. And I just think it's a great, I think it's an indie game classic. Really, I think it's a great game.
Yeah, it is really good. I would highly encourage, if anybody's listening to this and you've only ever heard of Firewatch, but you haven't actually played it, it's not a terribly long game. Like, you can probably finish it like in over a weekend.
I think Emily played most of it in one night, and maybe that's also why it felt really scary to you.
Look, if you're in the woods and you have this feeling of being watched, that's horror to me.
Yeah. You do kind of get that feeling playing the game, like you're like, I'm being watched, and then you can stumble upon some really sad and horrific things in this game. So it's also got a lot of like heart and kind of slice of life almost. So it's got a lot going on. They do a lot really well.
Yeah, it was really well.
I've never actually played this game, but my old co-host, Tommy, he talked about this game all the time, and he kind of spoiled the story for me. I don't know if it was on accident or if I gave him permission or not, but either way, I mean, yeah, I've heard a lot about it. It sounds good. The story sounds good. I've heard like the choice that you can make toward the end or something like that. There's some choice regarding the coworker. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything about it, but yeah, this sounds good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's funny, Emily, you said that you sat down and played this thing like straight through.
Yeah. On stream too. So cheer me on.
The last time that I did that with an indie game was with mouthwashing.
Also did that all in one stream.
I wasn't streaming. I like one evening, Beth was like, "Hey, want to hang out? Like, throw something on that you want to play, and I'll watch." I was like, "All right." Picked up this mouthwashing game and keep hearing how crazy it is.
Fucking love mouthwash.
And we were like halfway through, and I was like, I want to go to bed. This game is fucked.
Yeah.
Like, the story in that, and like she got like hooked instantly because of the way, like the storytelling and like all the vignettes of like going back and forth and being like what timeline are we on right now? Like, there was so much crazy shit going on, but like as I'm playing, she's looking things up, like not to spoil, but like she's looking little details up and like going, "Oh, you know that when they said that thing, it meant this thing, and it's because of that thing." And I was like, "What?" And I know that's super vague sounding, but like I don't want to give anything away for mouthwashing because
I haven't played it yet.
You haven't?
No, I remember I bought it, but I haven't played it yet.
You didn't have it spoiled for you, did you?
No.
You should do that.
It's good in one sitting for sure. Like I think I played it over 2 days, but yeah, you
Mhm.
could definitely play it in one sitting.
I would recommend doing it in one sitting. It's only like 2 hours
Yeah.
long.
Oh, that's not terrible. Yeah.
No. And yeah, there's just so many jaw-dropping moments in that game. Like, happy birthday.
Mm.
That was something else. Holy shit.
Okay, I'll play it tomorrow, maybe?
No, you fucking play it tonight.
Okay, fine. Yeah. All right.
Hey, so sorry, Dream Daddy.
Oh, we can get right into it.
Yeah.
It's really-
please.
There's
do.
not much going on here, but it is one of the first indie games that I played, and I've always wanted to be a dad, like literally, and I always wanted to be a hot dad that dates other dads, and this game gave me the ability to live out my dreams of
Your
that.
dad dreams.
My dad dreams. It's also got a great theme song by Baths, who is one of my favorite like indie artists. So in this game, you, like I said, play as a dad dating other dads. But what's so cool about it is you get to build your dad. So you get to build like
Hell yeah.
this ideal hot version of yourself. And you can also name yourself. So I feel like I was in a stream where it was either my dad or my friend's dad, where we named him Mike Hawk. Mike space HAWK. So you get to
Nice.
name your dad. You get to yeah. I feel like it's just, and the character design options are also very inclusive and cool. This is obviously a LGBTQ plus friendly game. But the other cool thing is like there's this actually like really heartfelt narrative. Like you're a single dad and you're just trying to take care of your kid and you move to a new town. So the other dads are kind of helping you to like acclimate to this place that you just moved, and you can choose between like whatever flavor of dad you want to date. Like there's a goth daddy, there's
give me that goth daddy.
Right?
Give me that goth daddy
There's, like,
all day.
barista coffee shop indie rock band daddy.
Damn it,
There's
Oh.
jock daddy,
Like preppy golf.
preppy
No.
golf dad.
No, you sold me a barista dad.
No, preppy golf dad can get fucked. I don't want that in my life.
There's all flavors. There's something for everyone to enjoy. So that's why I like the game
Choose
so
your
much.
flavor of dad.
Come taste our dads. We have so many selections of dads that you can come taste.
Just like disposable cars.
It is great because it has the like hot funny stuff going on, but it also is just such a sincere and cute story about a dad that's just trying to find his way. So yeah, it's a great game to stream too if you have a Twitch community, because they get really into like the narrative and helping you design your dad. It's some great character customization. So this was actually the game that got me into the dating sim genre, which I'm quite a fan of. Not so much anymore, but kind of my roots all started with Dream Daddy.
Have you played Coffee Talk?
Yes,
Ooh,
I've
or the
played those
KFC one?
games. Emily's played the KFC one.
Yeah.
I've played.
There's
yeah.
wait, I thought that was just like an
Wild one.
Aaron off the cuff joke. There's like
No.
KFC Coffee Talk.
Yeah, it's like I love you, Colonel
Produced by
Sanders.
KFC.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
It is.
What?
Look
It's
it up.
free on Steam. It's
What?
free on Steam.
It's
because
called
essentially
I love you.
a marketing material. It's essentially a big long ad
Yeah.
in the form of a
No.
dating sim.
Is
What's
it
it
called I
called?
Love You, Colonel Sanders,
Yeah,
or something
it's
like
I
that?
love you, Colonel
Mhm.
Sanders. That came out around
and
the
you're trying to date the colonel.
Holy
That came out
And
around
he
the
looks
time
good.
they were.
He looks good.
He does look good.
Hot. It's
He does
What the
crazy.
fuck?
I think that was around the time all those rumors about the KF console were coming out too. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Finger licking good dating simulator.
Damn right, dude.
Holy shit.
Play it on stream. It's pretty cool.
Publisher KFC. What the fuck, dude? What other games has KFC published? Oh, just that? Big surprise. I didn't know
it's
if they were
pretty great.
backing Silent Hill F or anything. They put the F in Silent Hill F.
Silent Hill Colonel or something like
It's
that.
for fried.
Fried Silent Hill fried chicken.
You want that Silent Hill extra crispy?
Oh my god. Silent Hill fried chicken would be disgusting, though, right? That would like have bugs and stuff
I
in it.
don't know. You could try it.
I don't know if I would. I mean, if I was stuck in Silent Hill, maybe I would, but like I don't think I would travel to Silent Hill to try their fried chicken.
Fried chicken.
No, I don't think I'd do that.
That one kid got pizza that one time in Silent Hill 2. He had a pizza somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? What was his name?
Why? It's escaping me right now.
Randy?
Eddie.
I knew it was
Eddie.
a Y name.
Eddie.
God damn it.
Yeah, he was a troubled soul. Kind of a piece of shit.
He loved pizza though.
Eddie, what are you doing?
How could
Eat
you just
pizza.
sit there eating pizza?
Oh God.
Yep.
Should we all go out on like our last one?
Yeah. Let's do one last one. I've said all mine, but
Emily,
one.
I feel like I didn't watch. You did Super Meat Boy last, right?
God, I've been calling audibles to my little list here, so I've added several more. I'm cheating again
It's okay.
with my last one, which is Octodad.
Ooh.
And so I'm actually going to shout out 2 games here because my
Okay.
first exposure to Octodad was not Dadliest Catch, which came out in 2014. It was actually the student game, which came out in, I think, 2010.
What?
Yes. So Young Horses, the original, I think part of the original crew of Young Horses met at DePaul University and they put together this game, Octodad, for a game jam. And they also put it out for free. And so I was like in college in 2011 and I think I discovered it on Reddit and played it on my little laptop in my dorm room. And I was just like, holy shit, this is a video. I had one of those moments like Kate was describing where I was like, this is a video game too? Like, interesting. I felt like that was a time where all the AAA developers were so focused on like kind of catching up with the technology advancements of like, we can make things realistic. We can make things run faster, performance, optimization. And this was just going against that so strongly and like, let's make something that's fucking weird, that's intentionally difficult to play. You have to control all four functioning limbs, essentially, of this octopus man in a suit. And what are you trying to do? You're trying to serve your kids like their breakfast cereal. But it's so goddamn hard because you have to like maneuver your squiggly little arms all over the place to like open the cabinet.
It's like Quap on like fucking steroids.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But I think with so much more personality and charm and everything. So I remember playing that in college. And then I was just really delighted when they got together and like made a full game. Dadliest Catch was so fun. And like they improved on a lot of things. They polished everything up. But you can actually go and play the student edition for free on Steam.
That's
really?
cool.
So yeah. So if you want like a little time capsule of an indie game, it's a really fun one to go check out.
I agree.
Nice.
It is good.
Finger looking good even. Just to rope KFC back into this.
Always comes
Tentacle
back to
looking
the
good even.
Tentacle
KFC
So,
Sorry.
Kate, your last one here.
Yeah.
I've been meaning to play this.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's
Our
really good.
homeboy Nave
I'll
loves
just say
that.
like, yeah, Sayonara Wild Hearts by Samogo. I feel like I don't remember when this came out. I want to say 2019. It is a indie pop video game album. And so really you're playing through each track in a fantastical world of hearts. And it's kind of like Mario Kart, like a lot of it. It's actually not like Mario Kart at all. I don't know. You're driving on motorcycles. And it's kind of all telling you this story of a woman who had her heart broken, and this is kind of like her fool's journey. There's a lot of tarot card symbolism within it, which I'm not even super into, honestly. It's more just like I like to go fast and collect the little hearts, and I like the sound that it makes when you get the hearts. This is a cool game because it's a one-button game, so it's a great introduction to indie games. I've shown this game to a lot of people to be like, hey, did you ever think that this could be a video game that you could play? Well, here you go. And yeah, super accessible, but if you want to make it really challenging, it's wicked hard to get the gold ranks, I feel like. So it has the potential to be quite challenging, but I just love the music. I listen to the soundtrack of this game once a week at minimum. So I think it's best played going in, not knowing anything, and just like plug it into if you have a big TV, like dock the Switch, pull it up on the PlayStation, whatever, turn off all the lights, turn the volume up, and like go to town. It's a really wild experience, no pun intended, and you can finish it within an hour. Like you could pretty much play through the whole game within an hour and a half. So if you want to keep playing it though, it's really hard to get all the ranks and 100% it. So I love it.
Do you both enjoy a good short game as much as I do?
It's my bread and butter. Yeah.
Like, I mean, I play lots of long games, but lately I'm just like, you know what? Give me that nice tight 2 to 3 hour game. I want to be able to just sit down on a weekend, get up, have a cup of coffee, throw this game on, and beat it. And then be like,
you can do that with Sayonara. You got to report back if you play it soon.
Report back. I expect a full report on my desk by tomorrow morning, Jerry.
It's homework.
It's funny, when you were talking about Octodad, I thought about something that I kind of missed for this entire episode, and that's VR indie games, because I love VR games. And there's a lot of really crazy VR indie games. One of the ones, have you guys ever played What the Golf?
No, but I love What the Car more than anything. It's one of my favorite games.
There's a What the Car?
Yes, they made a VR game called What the Bat, and your hands are bats, like baseball bats. And it starts off like those other games do. You know, you're just hitting a ball, but then eventually it's like, oh, I got to make breakfast and put the toast in the toaster with my bat hands. And then you're like trying to like fumble with your bat hands. And then like you have to like brush your teeth with a bat hand. And then like you're looking in this mirror and you're like, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. And then you realize that like this elephant that's behind you in this mirror is only showing up in the mirror because if you turn around, it's not there. So you got to like reach back, but look at the mirror and brush this elephant's teeth. It's wild. But yeah, I don't know why I completely dismissed VR games from the conversation, but there is a lot of really cool indie VR games. I would say.
Yeah. Super Hot.
Oh my God. Super Hot is amazing.
All of these
Especially
remind me of
one.
Have any of you ever played Manual Samuel?
No.
Oh my God. So
did you just make that up?
No, it's a game. Look at Manual Samuel. It's just like you're this like rich spoiled kid and you die, and then the devil or whatever, the Grim Reaper, I forget who, they send you back. And if you can live a whole day by controlling everything manually, like you're breathing, you're walking, and like grabbing shit, like your individual fingers and shit, you can come back to life. And there's just all this stupid shit you have to do, like take a shower, drive a car. I think you have to control your breathing manually, blinking your eyes, making coffee and
it's like Weekend at Bernie's, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Emily,
wild.
you have to play this one so I can watch.
It's good. It's stupid. And the Grim Reaper, he's just this like skater bro. He's like, whoa, what's up, man? Looks like you fucking died or whatever. And he's just, watch me do this sick kickflip. And like he's the entire time he's trying to get you to watch him do a kickflip. It's the funniest shit ever.
That's all he wants.
I would check this out. Emily, please play this.
Oh, that's great. I will.
The last game that I had on my list though is Spelunky. And I don't know if I've ever had more fun with a couch co-op game than I have with Spelunky. Just because it's so unpredictable and like so chaotic. And it's, I mean, if you get good at this game, you can do a run like in an hour and there you go, you got a beat. But like it takes so long to figure out all the little tricks and like, oh, we're in this biome now, and so like we have to be careful of this whole thing and got to be careful, like, you know, like then you always got like one friend, like I play with one friend of mine who's like so fucking hasty, and he's just always running around whipping shit. Like he'll be like, oh shit, a bat, and he hits me, I go flying, like a pot breaks, he dies, something blows up, we fucking piss off the shopkeeper, like now the shopkeeper's chasing us with a fucking shotgun.
The shopkeeper, I forgot about
but I didn't die, I fell almost to my death, but I didn't die. He's dead up there now. He's like, hey, get me back, I'll find my coffin. I'm like, dude, you fucking did this. And then I'm down on the bottom, and then it's like, oh, time's up, ghost is coming. It's so chaotic. I love that shit. It's so much fun. Yeah, I don't know what else I could say about Spelunky, but I feel like for me, it's definitely one of the most influential indie games for me. That said, when I kind of went into this, I was thinking of things that were like Visage is like one of the newer ones on my list. But then I was like, if I was to say probably if I were to pick the best indie game that I can think of off the top of my head in like the last little while, it is fucking Tunic. It's Tunic every single goddamn day. And I have never experienced that childlike joy from playing a game the same way that Tunic made me feel. Because if you don't know about Tunic, like it's very much like a Zelda type game, but the instruction manual that's in the game is so much of the what makes that game so magical, because kind of like Fez, you're learning as you go, and it's in a language that it's not English, it's just like glyphs. So like you have to learn by doing and like seeing and just kind of picking things apart, and like you get pages of this book that like you'll see like one page and it'll be like, to do this thing, just do this, continued on the next page, and you're like, well, fuck, the page is missing, like I don't know how to do that. And like there's mechanics in the game that are right in front of your eyes the entire time, but you don't know how to do them until you're like you read, like you see a page that's like, oh yeah, if you hold this thing on this thing happens, and you're like, well, what the I could have done that from the start of this game, but you don't know that you can do certain things. So like the limitations are, it's just such a have you either of you played this game?
I know the music. I love the music, but I've never played the game.
The ending is insane.
Oh my god! Please play Tunic. Please.
Is it on our list, Emily? I don't think it's on our featured game list.
It might not. It might not be on our list yet. Yeah, it's been on my wish list for forever. I think it's one of those games that I'm kind of like just waiting for the right moment to play. I'm kind of having that problem right now with Animal Well, which I started last year and I've got a few hours in, but I'm like, I have this image in my head of what I want the experience to be playing it, and I just haven't had a moment that I can craft around making that happen.
I feel that too. Yeah, I have those times where I'm like, oh, I really want to start this game, but I'm like, it's not the moment. This is not the moment. Usually it's with RPGs though, because I'm like, I don't want to spend 45 hours playing something.
Fair.
Yeah.
Here I am playing fucking Pokemon.
You could just fly through that in like maybe 10, 15 hours if you just
you're
do the
out of your
mind.
You're out of your mind.
The Battle Frontier is really good. Do the Battle Frontier.
No.
Okay. So before I move on to my last pick, I want to give a huge shout out to Spelunky, because that was one of the first indie roguelikes that really like started the roguelike genre, because that was back on the 360, and I can't recall any other kind of roguelike back then other than Spelunky. And Spelunky is what got me really... I'm a huge roguelike guy. Deck builders more than anything, but roguelikes, I love them so fucking much. That's my bread and butter. Shout out to all those roguelikes that I love so much. But my last pick, I'm going to lump them all together into the one dev, the Behemoth, who made Castle Crashers, Alien Hominid, Battle Block Theater. All of those
Battle Block's so good.
It's so fun. I love a good puzzle platformer, but Castle Crashers was the one I wrote down first, because it's nuts. It's so fun to play, especially if you have friends, because like after you finish a stage, you'll duke it out with your friends to see who gets... I forget what the fuck you get. Don't you get like a special award if you kill
Kiss the princess? Is that what you get?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Whoever wins gets to kiss the princess, and then there's all sorts of wild characters you can unlock, like the Pink Knight, who their spell just shoots out this rainbow that arcs and arcs and arcs, and that's really cool. They have like, I think it heals also. You can unlock the alien from Alien Hominid. All sorts of cool unlockables in there. The bosses are nuts, like the catfish. It's just this giant gnarly cat chasing you while you're floating on like a log or other debris or something. And then Alien Hominid is just an insane, just wacky, fast-paced run and gun game that I love so much as well too. all of those games, that whole studio is just so good. I've played, I think, a little bit of Pit People while it was in early access on Xbox, but
Oh yeah, I forgot about that game.
didn't play a lot of it. But yeah, their games are always so good.
The Behemoth is really cool, and it's cool that they started off as they were just on Newgrounds with like Flash games, which is wild.
Very Newgrounds vibes.
Remember Newgrounds?
All around.
That was a wild time going on Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Have either of you played Alien Hominid, Castle Crashers, or at least Battle Block Theater?
I played a tiny bit of Castle Crashers like back in the day.
I've never played any of them, but I've watched a lot of Castle Crashers. I have it on my wish list, so
it's real fun.
We'll have to play it all together sometime. I'm pretty sure it's on
Oh,
Steam.
Oh my god!
That'd be
Oh my
great.
god! Yeah, it's 4-player.
Four player, yeah.
Hell yeah! Dibs on Red Dead though.
What are we let's play it right now. What are we doing? I'm sorry.
Fucking close this off, Aaron. It's time. It's the saddest part of the show. Every time we have to do this, we have to say goodbye. But it's the most generous time of the show too, because we always like to give you our random recommended games. Hit it, Aaron.
Random recommended games.
So, guests, this is where we throw out just a little random game that you highly recommend people play right now. As soon as they stop listening to this show, stop what you're doing and play these goddamn games.
All fire picks. Solid picks across the board, by the way. It's so good.
So we'll let the guests go first. You guys can fight each other on who goes first.
Just like Castle Crashers.
Just like it. Kate, do you want to go first?
Sure, I'll go first. I recommend Downwell. This is if you like pain, if you like to be disappointed, if you want to suffer, play Downwell. But yeah, if you like UFO 50 too, and if you like Velgress, you will love Downwell.
You know how long it took me to finish Velgress?
And it's really cheap.
Hard.
Downwell is like $3.
Sorry. Again, another affordable pick. Downwell is $3. I'm hearing.
It's 97 cents actually on Steam right now. It's 75% off.
You're doing yourself a disservice by not buying it.
Absolutely. I love it. It's my current addiction, so it's you just jump around and go down the well. I don't know if I'm supposed to explain the game. Just go get it.
You explained it all. That's all it is. Yeah.
Can you beat this game?
My friend actually just beat it. So yeah, I know that it's possible. It did take him a really long time.
Because it's run based, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think yes it is. And it's just like Velgress where when you die you have to start all the way over. So
there's a certain number of levels, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But by the way, I am so happy that somebody else besides myself has brought up UFO 50 on this podcast.
They have a whole episode about it. I'm pretty sure, right?
And so do you guys. I listened to your UFO 50 episode, so
I did too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun. Yeah, that was fun. Oh, we'll have to talk about Mooncat later.
Mooncat, no.
Mooncat,
I
no.
felt validated. I felt very validated listening to you guys talk about that.
Emily, your pick. Oh god damn, I love this game. Also,
yeah, you just mentioned loving roguelikes and deck builders. If you like Slay the Spire, if you like roguelikes, but you're like, I'm tired of cards. Too many deck builders where I'm working with cards. Die in the Dungeon just came out a few weeks ago in early access. It's essentially Slay the Spire, but using dice. Yeah, you get to be a cute little frog guy.
Cute.
He's awesome.
The like die rolling mechanic and like how you use the dice to attack and block and stuff, it's kind of wild. So it's not just a matter of just rolling dice. You kind of have to arrange them on a board, but it's really fun pixel art, really cool concept, and it gets fucking hard.
This frog looks amazing.
He's
looking
awesome.
at this video now, and this frog looks amazing. I don't know if
yes, that's Die in the Dungeon.
I don't know if my brain can I always look at these types of games. I'm like, oh, I bet you this would be fun if I wasn't so stupid.
I feel that so hard. Yeah.
This next one's for you, Jerry. We're continuing. Holy shit, we're continuing on the roguelike train. Choo choo, Evolings. It's like Pokemon, but it's a roguelike. So you start off by picking one of 3 or 4, no, I think it's 3 Evolings. And at first, you're like, the pool of Evolings you can choose from is kind of small, but as you go through the game and beat more bosses and continue on, you'll unlock even more. And it's all like simple at first. Like you have, I forget what the UFO one is called, but you have like Peppermint, who is like a peppermint candy, and then you have this other guy who's like a little flame. This one guy's a UFO, this other guy's a rock, one's a stick of dynamite. So you start off with just like the base versions, but then you can combine 2 Evolings of the same type, like 2 peppermints, to make a candy cane, and then like candy cane and the goo guy to make like a poison candy cane thing. And you can teach him new attacks. There's lots of strategy involved in combat, because you can see what moves enemies are going to do before they do them, kind of like Slay the Spire. So you can plan ahead, throw out like make your guys defend and attack them afterwards, stuff like that. The music is like the same track over and over, and I hate it. But if you play with headphones and just put on some like, I don't know, Fear Factory or something, or whatever your favorite music is, it's awesome. So Evolings, I think it's also on Steam. It's dirt fucking cheap.
It's like $3, yeah.
Yes, I think it's $7 or $8 on Switch. But either way, yeah, it's really good. I would really recommend Evolings.
Yep.
Check it out. That looks cool.
So my random recommended game this week is a little game called Crow Country.
Hell yeah.
And this game speaks to me on so many levels. Number 1, it's an indie game. Number 2, it's a horror game. Number 3, it looks like a fucking N64 game somehow.
Hell yeah.
Which to me is amazing. It's got like just like such good 3D assets, like nice chunky, like everything is so chunky looking in this game, and like just has this really awesome old school aesthetic to it, and it's kind of creepy. Like it's actually kind of a creepy game. Like there's really cool like enemy designs and stuff, and like the gun combat and stuff is all very like Resident Evil in
like
a way.
Clunky,
it's
kinda?
like a yes,
I think
and
it's
no.
tank controls, right? Sort of.
You can put it on tank controls, or you can have it as the free move. There's a part of me that almost wished that this game had fixed camera perspective, because I actually enjoy tank controls, but because you can move the camera around, like I don't know, that was my only real gripe with this game, is that you can move the camera around, which is a weird thing to have a gripe about. But like,
yeah,
I would have rathered it been like, because a lot of these like environments, when you look at them, they almost look like the what's the word I'm looking for? Like in Final Fantasy VII. You know, you have like these, the pre-rendered backgrounds. They look amazing and like all 3D and stuff, but like it's almost like this game, everything in this game looks like a pre-rendered background. Like everything looks like it's pre-rendered, but it's all like 3D.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a really cool game. It's not very long, and yeah, there's so many mechanics in this game that scream like classic survival horror. I mean, even the pause screen looks like a Resident Evil game. And yeah, there's like you get your map, you're crossing things off on your map as you're going to different places. There's like inventory management. It checks all of the boxes. If you're a fan of horror games and indie horror games, I would highly recommend this. Like if you're a fan of what was that other one? What was that one? The other top down one that like was sort of
Signalis?
Signalis, yeah.
Yeah.
It's very much kind of in the same realm as that. Signalis is a lot creepier and I think a little bit harder, but yeah, it's definitely, check it out. Go play these games right now. Turn this podcast off and go play these games. But before we do that, before you turn this podcast off, you just hang on two more seconds. You got to hear Emily and Kate tell us where you can find them and check them out on the internet.
We are on the internet, yeah.
Get on the internet.
We are. All kinds of places. Should I go first, Kate? Okay. Once again, I'm Emily Merritt. You can find me online as at a specific egg most places. We're also online at No Small Games on Blue Sky. I'm personally also most active on Blue Sky.
Hell yeah.
Instagram. Kate, is No Small Games any on what are other socials? Is that it?
Yeah, Instagram and Blue Sky.
Instagram. You can check us out at nosmallgames.com for all of our written content and all our episodes. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/nosmallgames.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm Cater Blossom everywhere. Kater Blossom. Yeah, mostly on Instagram and Blue Sky as well. And I stream on Twitch sometimes. We both stream on Twitch if you want to find us at A Specific Egg and Cater Blossom on Twitch. And yeah, I think that's everything. Just thank you guys for having us. This was super fun. And I can't wait till we all get to play Castle Crashers together sometime.
Oh, that's happening.
Hell
That is
yeah.
Hell yeah.
happening.
I have dibs on the Red Knight, though.
Totally
Call it right
fair.
now.
Oh, okay,
Why?
no.
No, you don't just automatically get the Red Knight.
Fine.
That's like, man, I used to fight kids in kindergarten over who, like, fucking, I'm going to be the Red Ranger. No, you're not being
Yeah.
the Red Ranger. You can't just come out swinging being like, I'm being the Red Ranger. You can't just pick that.
Yeah,
It's gotta
no,
be-
I'm
you gotta have a game-
Agumon.
You, you got to have a game of Pogs or something in order to settle that argument.
Oh boy. All right. That's it, everybody. Thanks for hanging out. Be sure to check out our Patreon again, $2 or $4 a month. Early access, bonus episode or bonus blogs. I do blogs now, all that stuff. Check out superpodsaga.com for all of our stuff. You can find the guest stuff there too. We'll put it in the show notes, all that. Listen to Super Ghost Radio too. Make sure to leave a
Yeah, check that out
review.
one time.
Yeah, leave a rating, a review. But yeah, be sure to tune in next time where Jerry beats a kid in Pogs, takes his money, and it gets to be the Red Ranger or whatever.
You hit too many childhood things. You just hit on
Shit, I'm
way
sorry.
too. Fuck, man.
Did I
Come
unearth
on.
the crime?
Yeah. Fucking. And then Aaron's gonna be nicer to me next time.
I'm sorry,
Next time
Jerry.
on Superpod Saga, he's gonna be nicer to me. Fucking asshole.
I will be. That's it, everybody. Everybody say bye.